Hey guys, I'm just going to go ahead and do one more live, and because my battery's getting low, um, I want to do one while I'm up here in the pines. This is another spot that I wanted to do with you guys live. Why? Also, I got service here too. Oh, excuse me, I just drank some soda. But yeah, this is a good spot. Plenty of service, but I'm getting vocals and whistles right now, and with all honesty, I feel like I'm being toyed with. I feel like I got a juvenile, either just one or a couple. I'm thinking I'm gonna go up here, guys. See this log? I'm gonna sit up on it, lean on this log. I'll tell you why in a second. It's not going to be the easiest for you guys to get like clear. Hold on, let me get. I'm trying to get my selfie stick to a point to where it's not shaking. All right, so as soon as I got off with you on the last live, I noticed that my battery is getting low. Well, as I'm clearing my phone out and I was getting ready to head out of here to go to a higher point, like a higher vantage point, because I know there's service, should be service over there because it's pretty high in that area. One of the highest areas on the whole property over here. Hey, Alan, good to see you. Thanks everybody for coming back so quick. My battery's low, and I want to at least get two more lives out heading back out of here. I'm not quite back to the halfway point. Um, Also, depending, Miss Linda, depending on how quick I make it back to the parking lot, to the Rager's office, station, whatever you want to call it, I very well may I got to plug the phone in regardless, but I may jump on the motor scooter and head to the other side of this place. And what it is on the other side, what I mean the other side, it just goes right across the county road. It's a public archery, like little center that you can walk. It's like I don't know. It's got different shooting stations. Like you can shoot your bow from a stand, you can shoot your bow at a bear, that kind of thing. It's pretty cool, actually. Um, I was just talking to a fella that came through here with his three dogs, and I never. When I say that, I never ever stop anybody and go, "Hey, can I ask you a quick question?" I've asked one of the rangers here, got pretty cool with him, got pretty close to him. He's a good guy. I asked him some pretty interesting questions, and he didn't hesitate. He just smiled and laughed as he was telling what he knew. But I just stopped this guy and I said, "Hey, man, is this your first time here?" And he said, "No." And he went to say something about, you do look familiar. I've seen you here before." And I'm like, "Oh, no, that's not why I'm asking." And he goes, "Well, what's up?" And I said, "Your visits here, have you ever heard anything strange, or have you ever felt strange?" I just saw a peeker, guys. Pay attention to the middle of the screen. If you don't have your earbuds in, please put them in. Straight ahead, I just saw something. I don't know if it was a peeker or not, but I just watched it go back behind that tree in the middle of the screen. Super quick. Okay, I got you. I got you. Reason why I wanted to get over here to turn the live on is because I just watched a pine cone come right at me. Um, probably more accurate than any professional baseball pitcher could throw anything. It came right at me and dropped like a slow ball, curveball, or I don't even know what you want to call it, corkscrew. I mean, you could tell with the most accuracy and purpose, it was made to drop in front of me and not hit me. That was insane. I think it's juveniles because I'm hearing like heavy thrashing. I'll show you real quick. Right over in here, I kept hearing something pacing. Then I started getting things lobbed at me. That's where I first heard the scream, the female scream. And then it went into like a purring sound, like that. But it wasn't like a woman's tone. The purring wasn't, and it wasn't like a cat, domestic, like a domestic cat, like a pet cat. It wasn't that kind of purr. I don't know how to explain it. It was consistent, same sound, same tone, not too deep, but an average man's voice, like kind of like mine, but it was going boop, 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 and then it just stopped. And everything in the woods, bug to bird, just went completely silent. And then I had a couple knocks. And as you guys, obviously, as you know, that's why I haven't left here yet. So hold on, guys. I'm gonna act like I'm not. I just saw it again, so just bear with me. These forest people, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it yesterday, at least on the other side and the one I saw earlier, they look kind of caveman, kind of stone faced, like rough features, heavy eyebrows or heavy brow over the eyes, like a 300 professional fight boxer has been through. You know what I mean? Like a boxer's face, if you could imagine. And I tell you what else I'm hearing here today, and it's done it. I've been hearing it just about 3/4 of my whole time here today. I didn't hear it yesterday, but I've been hearing it alongside me, behind me, but mainly to my left every time it does it. I'm hearing a bell chime. Imagine being at a front desk at a motel or hotel, because I don't even know. I haven't paid attention. But like early 2000s, 90s, they had that bell. You just reach up and hit the center of it and just go ding. I'm hearing that in single dings throughout my walk here today. And it has not stopped. I've probably heard it 30. If I haven't heard it 30 times, I've heard it 50 times. But spaced out throughout my throughout my hike. Now, that part I'm gonna share with you. I hear a ding constantly with one particular person when I'm on the phone with them. And up until today was the only time I ever heard that bell. But now I'm hearing it as I'm out in the forest. And so here's my belief of what it is and who's behind it, who's responsible for it, and who's with me, who's present with me, keeping an eye on me. I'll tell you a name I heard earlier. Begins with a T. And this tribe keeps a close eye on a couple all the way across the United States. I'm not going to say any name. Yes. The the name is Took. I was just told right in the middle of it going cross-eyed at watching the pine cone. Almost, I thought it was going to hit me to the point where I was leaning back as it was coming at me and then dropped. I heard, "It's me." I did it, and then I heard T, and then somebody else, but must be with him, said, "You mean took?" See? And now listen, that's one of that's one of the things I'm going to speak about, and I'm going to be open with you guys that I've touched on here and there, and it wasn't because I was embarrassed or I didn't feel like anybody would believe me. I just felt like this channel was not there yet. But I'm aware of, I have two very, very precious um, capabilities. I hear, I mind speak. I've known that I could speak with things through my mind, through my eyes, through my third eye, because for a very long time. I was 5 years old, 5 to 7 years old, holding my mom's hand outside. And I jerked on her and I said, "Mom, Mom, look up. Mama, look, look." And I was pointing in the sky, and on everything in my life, my kids, and I never do this, there was Jesus Christ standing in the sky with his hands open, smiling at me, looking down at me. Not no statue like feature. He was looking down at me, smiling. I mean, the beautifulest, darkest hair, long hair, beautiful, shiny beard. His robe was beautiful. Everything about him was beautiful. So beautiful that I felt like I was floating like eye to eye up there with him. And my mom said, "Yeah, yeah, I see him." Because I said what I was seeing. And she goes, "Yeah, I see him all the time, you know." And I'm like, I was just blown away by it. Because mom always had a picture, no matter where we were growing up, she always had a picture of Jesus on the wall, still does. Um, I heard as I'm looking at him and smiling, not, just learning who Jesus was, because my dad's mom, Katie, used to take me to church all the time. Mom used to take me to church all the time. I've gone with the neighbor, I've done it all kinds of ways. I've experienced many different religions. So I'm looking at Jesus Christ himself in the sky with his arms open and his gown draped down under his arms. And he said, "My child, you are my angel. You will be fine." And I never could understand what he meant other than my life was going to be okay. My journey throughout life was going to be fine. And then my mom, she went to somebody and she asked how I was going to be. Was I going to be okay? And they said that I was going to be absolutely 1,000% fine. Everything was going to go great, just like anybody else. And I was going to live a good, perfect life. So that tells me that that's why, one reason why we have to be more open. And when this forest person just spoke to me after the cone landed and said, "I did it. It's me, T." And I don't know if he meant to say T or if he meant to say took. But the other forest person said, "You mean took?" And I about fell over laughing. I'm like hurrying up trying to get you guys back live because I just noticed that my phone's almost dead, because I want to get this recorded here with you guys. But I want to share these things with you because I think the reason why I'm involved with the forest people in this journey is because that's my sole duty. This is my reasoning for being on earth. This is the reason why I'm who I am. And I was talking to somebody yesterday. Traumatic things that happen in your life also put you in places that you never imagined you'd ever be. But mainly the people that experience dying, or like the grips of death itself, those are the ones that their power is just great. They strengthen, they get better and better. And just pay attention to everything around you. Everything that's around you has a purpose, whether it's a bush, a rock, a tree, a car that looks dirty, that has fingerprints on it. Look at the fingerprints up close. Check everything out, because there's answers to everything that you see or you are interested in. Because things, that's another thing I'm a true firm believer in. I feel like things don't just mysteriously happen to us. I feel that, with our lives already put in place and it's up to us how we live it, I feel like everything that we come across or everything that we become interested in is laid out already for us purposely. It's just a matter of how we're going to take a hold of it and use it, put it, and you know what I mean? Use it to our advantage, basically. Whether it does work out to our advantage or does it not purposely to make us a stronger person, individual. And I also believe right now we are living in some of the roughest times financially. Not just belief, I know we are. And I want to tell the ones that are my subs that are sitting here with me now, there may be or there may not be anybody listening to me right now that's having a financial strain. But if you are, listen to me. I grew up loving secondhand things. If you told me that they were garbage or they were junk or they were no good, you were literally ruining my whole day. My mom used to take me to a Five and Dime and a couple other places. I could not wait for her to hand the bag and dump it out so I could look at all the new blue jeans that I get to wear outside, strutting them in front of my friends because they were new to me. Now, don't let a dollar, what I'm getting at is don't let money, don't let work, don't let anything that is maxing you out because you have been taught that you have a moral responsibility to live to a certain standard. It's bullcrap. It's baloney. Make yourself happy the way you feel comfortable. As long as you're eating, as long as your children are safe and a roof over their head, don't worry about the rest, the extra, because it will come to you. You will be rewarded. But you have to live in a sense of belief that it's going to lift, it's going to be better. There is going to be greener, brighter days to this. And trust me when I tell you this, it will be. I'm 50 something years old and I know what it's like to pee and poop in a porta potty in 20-degree weather. Not because my parents didn't have good enough. It was because I had family members and friends of the family that were farmers that did not have running water. And I saw nothing wrong with it. I didn't judge it. I didn't look at it any different than having a regular bathroom. I remember when my mom was rolling manually by hand, washing our clothes with a manual wash machine. There's nothing wrong with any of that. Guys, we have it good here today. We're just not used to having to do that extra push, not having the extra on the weekend to a movie or to an extra dinner on Sunday. Listen, it's going to get better. Trust me. Just continue praying, have faith in God. It has changed my life literally in the last 6 months because I have put more into it in the last 6 months than I feel like I have my entire life. And trust me, stay positive, stay around positive things. Your life will get so much better. You will see things in a much better way, in a loving way, and things will get easier for you. It's not going to stay heavy forever. Trust me. And with that being said, I love you guys and I appreciate you. That was fast. Beings everywhere. Yeah, it is. Hey, Brother Mark, good to see you. Wishing you well, my friend. Brother Raymond's, he's made it to all of them so far. Yep. Littlefoot, it's good to see you. Let's see, who else is in here? I got caught up in that because I care about you guys, man. I know it's rough. Brother Allen. Brother Allen ain't missed a Brother Allen ain't missed a video yet. He's one of the original gangsters. But yeah, I mean, listen, I get it. I know. It's rough. It's definitely rough. And then we have children and grandchildren, and worry. We all worry. We all get to that point to where it's just overwhelming. But there's things out here. There's powers, special powers. There's energy all around us that help keep us with our chins up and our heads held high. And what that is the Lord Jesus Christ and his power of prayer and his just his self beings. Just him being here. Check this out. I think somebody stepped on it or did something to it, but yesterday it had rocks around it and it's been changed. But yeah, listen, nobody worried as much as I have my entire life. I was a fingernail biter 8 days a week. Since I started believing and asking the Lord, talking to the Lord on a daily, 100 times a day, I've got long fingernails. Never had them. So guys, just have faith. That's all I'm saying. I have two sad things going on in my life right now. One of the members of my family, I have chosen not to come forward to approach them yet. The other one, she's in another state. She's a little bit more technical. Her and I were different growing up. She's 6 years apart from me. Something like that, 5 years, something apart. Very headstrong. Very intelligent, but very, very needy. A person that needs constantly. And I can remember growing up telling her all the time, joking with her, I said, if I was with you, if I was married to you, we would have already been divorced. There's no way. You're just a high maintenance. And I just laugh and walk away. But yeah, so my two sad things in my life right now, two voids, is the two closest people to me. The one out of state, I don't know. I really don't see anything getting any closer between us. But the closer one that's right here near me, I'm getting ready to go over and sit down with them and speak to them. But I've had to actually, for the first time in my life, sit down and take notes and ask myself questions, because I realized that I am scary, so much, extreme to the point of a pin, exactly like them. One of them, I carry their attitude. The other one, I just look like, sound like, and just have his habits. But the other one is very dear to me and means everything. I would, don't take this the wrong way. I'm just giving you a view, like a view of how serious and how much to my heart this person means to me. I'd take my training, experience, everything that I've ever gotten from putting a gun in my hands, and I'd wipe out a whole half a state just to get to them and to make sure they're safe. But at the same time, I've been mad for for a long time. I couldn't understand why that person was always acting the way they were. Well, it coincides. The reason why I'm talking about this is we've been told so many different lies that we only believe that wrong is wrong and right is right. So, like I said earlier, when you see something that interests you, or you feel something that you know is not right and that you need to address it, go to it right away. Acknowledge it. Hug it. Don't ever hesitate to say you're sorry or you're wrong. I've never been the one, probably a couple people is probably going to laugh at this, but I've never been the one that was embarrassed to say, hey, I'm wrong. But I was always the one scared to make the first move to say it. So with that being said, chase your fears, go towards any enemy that you feel is an enemy, because you have the Lord in your corner. And just take this for whatever you can, because I'm going to be doing this a lot, and I'm going to start doing Q&As on live, at nighttime when I'm home. If I'm not doing night, I may do a night investigation tonight, guys. I've got a new location. Somebody called me this morning and asked me to come over and check their place out. So they gave me permission also at the same time as I'm checking it out that I can go live. They have Starlink internet, so I should have plenty of service. But with that being said, I'm heading out of the trail. I want to do one more live. I'm going to do one more live checking out on a final with you guys. And I just want to wrap things up. And I'm going to talk about a couple sightings I had here. And then I'm going to talk about the two I had, one yesterday and one the other day. And I've purposely saved those two and went to another topic on this live because I wanted to have something to talk about on the last live for us. So I love you guys. Thank you for hanging in there. I know I talked your ear off in these last two, but I wanted to get right back on as soon as I had all that action going, and I noticed that the phone was almost dead. So much love, blessings, and prayers, and lots and lots and lots of white, brilliant light. I'll see you on the next live in about, let's say, 5 to 8 minutes. Love you guys. See you.